We came to El Paso 1949, I think, 1948, same year. But also I was working for a violin maker in El Paso that was used to make violins and used to have all the job from the university orchestra, all the repairs. And so I went to work for him part time, and because I wanted to keep on making guitars, it was my dream. And one day I asked him, because he used to keep me fixing violins, and I even made a violin for him. And I said, Mr. Nápoles, can I make a guitar? He said, no, aquí no se venden las guitarras, aquí todo lo que se vende son violines. You know, we don't sell guitars, we sell violins or air violins, cellos, basses, or this type of thing. He said, let me make one. You'll sell it. He said, well, I'll convince him. I said, okay. Then I made out of maple because it was only with the hair for violin making. So I made out of maple. It was a little requinto, smaller than this. And then I put a lot of mother pearl here, in the sound hole and everything. And it was a beautiful little thing. I finished it up in about 3 months, I think. And the day I finished, it was a Friday, and I finished around every day. I finished the guitar every day, and I went to work to my bakery, and I said, "Well, here's the guitar." He put the guitar in the window. He had a big show window in his shop. He put it there, and Monday I came to work with him, and the little guitar was gone. And I said, what happened to the guitar, Mr. Nápoles? He says, guess what? I sold it. Friday, somebody was passing by and they started looking, and finally they got in and they asked me for the price. I told them and they took it. So make another one. So, he called me and asked me if I wanted to come and help him out with. I said, sure. And I didn't like to live in El Paso anyway, when I didn't like El Paso that much. And so I said, sure, I'll go there. So I moved to Carlsbad. It was 1951. To Carlsbad, I started working with the bakery and opened my little shop and making guitars for friends and, people that used to play a little bit. And I was getting a good reputation, because I already was selling guitars for people in Texas. And so in 1963, because I never took a vacation before, in 1963 my wife told me, she says, Carlsbad, I don't like Carlsbad, it's too small a town, and what's going to happen to the boys, They're going to be farmers or what? I don't want them to be like that. Why don't you move somewhere else? I said, well, I don't know how to do it. I said, but I have a friend in Albuquerque that he moved from Carlsbad to Albuquerque, and we used to call each other. And I said, you know what? I think you're right. I'm going to take this year. I'm going to take a vacation, and I'm going to Albuquerque. So I came to Albuquerque in 1963, 62, I guess it was, 62, 63. I don't remember exactly. But, when I was coming to the mountains, boy, I fell in love with those mountains. I said, what a beautiful scene. I said, this is the place I'm going to be. Doesn't matter what. And then most of the stores, music stores in Albuquerque at that time were on Central, West Central. It was Mays, Ridley's, and all the stores. And so I had 3 guitars, with me. And I went and showed the guitars to those guys. And everybody said, we don't sell Mexican guitars. I said, what do you mean Mexican guitars? He says, yeah, those are the guitars like they are selling in Mexico. I said, well, if you sell a guitar made in the United States, you want to call it Mexican guitar? And he said, no. I said, well, these guitars were made here in the United States. They are Mexican guitars. These are classical guitars. They have nylon strings. He said, well, we don't have anybody here to play that kind of guitar. I said, well, okay. You don't want it, it's right. Then finally I went to another place, well, there was San Mateo, which used to be called Dan Lesman Guitar Center. And he knew a little bit about guitar, classical guitars. So he purchased one for me. He says, I'm going to buy one for you. Okay. So I got the money and sent it to my wife. And I was because my wife and the kids stay in Carolina for a while because they still were going to school. And pretty soon I was looking for a job and I could find, I want to work. I have 7 kids to take care of my wife, and I want to work. They go, man, you have gas, don't you? I said, no, I'm hungry. He go, okay, go see it. I don't remember what was the name of it. Very good. He go, go see him and tell him I sent you. He can give you the position. Well, I was working 2 shifts for about 3 years in the bakery. Plus I was fixing guitars for friends, writing Albuquerque. Finally I had so many work on guitar making, on guitar repair, that I told the guys at the bakery, I said, sorry, but this is it. He said, no, you can go. Yes, I can. He says, man, you can run this bakery by yourself. I said, I know I can do everything that you want me to do, but my goal is to make guitars, and I told him from the beginning. And so I'm sorry.